In today's video, we are going to cover our last lesson topic, that is plasma membrane. And the subtopic that we are going to cover in this video is the introduction, the properties and explanation, and then there is a quiz for you guys in the end. So let's have a quick look over the fluid mosaic model. According to that model, it is, however, the most acceptable model at present. According to this model, the protein layers are not continuous and they are not confined to the surface of the membrane, but they are embedded in a lipid layers. They are embedded in lipid layers in a mosaic manner, and this gave rise to the proposal of the fluid mosaic model, which is the most acceptable model at present. एंड जैसे कि आप इस डायग्राम में भी देख रहे हैं कि जो प्रोटीन लेयर्स हैं ये एम्बेडेड हैं इन द लिपिड बाय लेयर, ठीक है, इन अ मोज़ेक मैनर। ठीक है, यहाँ पर आपको और स्ट्रक्चर्स भी नज़र आ रहे होंगे फ्लूइड मोज़ेक मॉडल में। ये ग्लाइकोलिपिड है, कार्बोहाइड्रेट की चेन है, हाइड्रोफिलिक हेड है, देन फॉस्फोलिपिड बाइलेयर है यहाँ पे। ठीक है, यहाँ पे इंटरनल सरफेस ऑफ द मेम्ब्रेन भी आपको नज़र आ रहा है, राइट। उसके बाद व्हाट आर द फंक्शंस ऑफ द प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन। सबसे पहले जो इसका सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट फंक्शन है, दैट इज द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ मटेरियल। ठीक है, transport of material is one of the vital role that it play for the cell because it offer a barrier between the cell content and their environment and allow only selective substance to pass through it. Thus it is also known as differentially permeable or selectively permeable membrane. ठीक है, क्यों? बिकॉज इट ऑफर अ बैरियर बिटवीन द सेल कंटेंट एंड देयर एनवायरनमेंट अलाउइंग ओनली एट सिलेक्टिव सब्सटेंस, जो कि इसमें से पास हो जाता है बाकी नहीं होता है, इसलिए इसे एक डिफरेंशियली परमिएबल मेम्ब्रेन हम कहते हैं। और जो सब्सटेंसेस लिपिड सॉल्युबल होते हैं, they can pass across it more easily. Therefore, it regulate the movement of material from one environment to the other environment, right? Many small gaseous molecules like water, glucose, they are neutral, so they can easily cross. While ion, those are they can easily cross. While ions, these are the charged particles, so they do have some difficulty in crossing the plasma membrane. ठीक है, इसके अलावा ट्रांसपोर्ट ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल इनटू द सेल एंड वेस्ट आउट ऑफ द सेल इज अनदर फंक्शन that it's that it perform. It prevent the entry of unwanted matter and the escape of needed material, and it maintain a very steady environment that is also known as homeostasis. So these are some of the function of the plasma membrane, right? Okay, then there are three form of transportation that occur across the membrane. The common one are the passive and the active transport. Many substances which are not needed, जो हमें नहीं भी चाहिए, they are constantly entering into the cell by passive transport, right? पैसिव ट्रांसपोर्ट होती है या और दूसरी जो है दे आर टेकन अगेंस्ट द कंसंट्रेशन ग्रेडियंट दैट दे आर मूव from an area of lower concentration towards an area of higher concentration, also known as active transport. They move against the concentration gradient, and in the passive transport, they move along the concentration gradient. right? This uphill movement of material require energy, and this whole thing is called as an active transport because it require energy, right? And this energy that this whole thing required is provided by ATP. ATP is a kind of energy or a kind of link between the catabolism and the anabolism, right? Here in this picture, you can also see the passive transport and the active transport that is occurring, right? Here, materials move down their concentration gradient, and here, molecules again move through a transport protein, but now energy must be expended to move them against their concentration gradient, right? उसके बाद in many animal cell the cell membrane also take in material by enfolding in the forms of vacuoles और ये जो टाइप होती है इस टाइप का जो इनटेक होता है उसे हम एंडोसाइटोसिस कहते हैं ठीक है ये फर्दर दो तरह का हो सकता है इट कैन बी आइदर फेगोसाइटोसिस और पिनोसाइटोसिस फेगोसाइटोसिस इज टू engulf a solid particle ठीक है जबकि पिनोसाइटोसिस इज टू टेक इन लिक्विड मटेरियल as you can see in this diagram as well to ये देखें ये है solid material to engulf solid material is what phagocytosis and to intake this liquid material what it is pinocytosis right and this one is the receptor mediated endocytosis is a concept that isn't relevant with our topic right now there is the most exciting time, the quiz time. So to intake liquid material is termed as phagocytosis, pinocytosis or both. As we all know that to intake liquid material is pinocytosis, to intake solid material is phagocytosis. So here the correct option is pinocytosis. The second MCQ that we got for today is that plasma membrane is also called as animal cell, cell wall, or cell membrane. We know that cell wall is only present in plant. Animal cell have plasma membrane, but it isn't called as animal cell. So plasma membrane is also called as cell membrane, present in both plants and animals. So this conclude our today's lesson. If you guys got any queries, just ask them below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And thank you so much for watching.